Hello friends, I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video I'm gonna take you over here and I'm gonna share with you the seeds we did together. Yes, could you imagine that it's been, what is it, 4 months, right? January I think we started most of them together. They are ready and I am ready to get them in the ground and in planters. So let me take out some of them and just share with you which ones I did and how they did. Alrighty, first up, let's start with this one. This is, in the Caribbean we call it sorrel, but I know some people call it Jamaica sorrel. There's some other names for it. I'll put it on the screen for you, but this belongs to the hibiscus family. And actually friends, I'm not gonna grow this to be a beautiful hibiscus looking plant in the garden. I'm gonna grow this so I can get the blooms and make sorrel drink. Yes, if I can find an insert for you, I'll insert it for you. But this make a delicious red drink. The blooms on there, right? So you would harvest the blooms when they're in the pod stage, and then you would wash them, of course, and you boil them, let it cool down. You could add your sweetener, whether you use honey or brown sugar, and let it cool, and you add some ice to it, and you have this delicious, refreshing drink. Yes, definitely be making that drink with you once we get the bud. So I have a few of them in here. Here we have another one here, and then over here we have this other one, but the flowers are really striking, really pretty. They resemble hibiscus. If I can find a picture, I'll put it on for you. And if you know what I'm talking about, let me know down in the comment below. Have you ever heard of sorrel or Jamaican sorrel? It's the red drink, and the blooms look like hibiscus, but you can actually boil it and drink it. Let me know, I'm just curious. So I have 5 of these plants we'll be planting together. And then up next, friends, look what I got. I got verbena. Yes, I have a few verbenas in here. So excited about that. Let me find the seed packet so I can share that with you. So these ones are the 50 cents verbena from Walmart. Yes, the 50-cent seed. Yes friends, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. So those I have here, they'll be going in the planter because verbena is great in your containers. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And then let's go over here. I have them all spread out. Alrighty, right here we have pansies. It's a mixture of them here. So I have this one from the Dollar General, and then I have the trumpet mix from Baker Creek, and then I got the, no pun intended, I got the blues pansy also, yes, from Botanical Interest. So there's a combination of here, so I have no clue which is which, but the pansies did well. And you could see, friends, they're stressing a little, right? They're just ready to get out of the container and they're ready to go in the ground. So I'm hoping to get that done today. Right, friends, next we have sweet pea. I did a ton of sweet pea. This is my first time with sweet pea. I did some in the ground and I did some in containers, and I'm gonna make a video with that once they start to bloom and all of that. But those in the ground, they're doing really good, and I have them by the arch, by the rose garden trellis, climbing up on there. So here we have 2 here, so I'll be transplanting these also. Very excited about these sweet pea. Alright friends, next up we have wild bergamot. This is the monardo. I'm really excited about this. It's gonna go in the hummingbird garden, and I was able to get a few plants. Here we have one of them, and here over here, here's another one. Very excited about those. Oh, and here we have a nice one here, look at that. And here we have a nice one. So I'm gonna put them in the hummingbird garden when I'm done recording this for you. Next up, friends, we have Dusty Miller. You could see the Dusty Miller coming through there, right? The white shade color that you get from the Dusty Miller. So I have a few of these, and I'll be putting these, I'm gonna try to see if I could tuck them in maybe the moon garden. If not, I'll just put them in planters. And here's another one. You could see it looking like Dusty Miller already, right? And then here's the third one. So pretty. I'm really excited about those. And then next up we have a batch of these. We have the flamingo celosia, and then we have the mixed celosia. I have this upside down because the seeds coming out from the bottom. And then we have this one that my friend gave to me, tornado red. Yes, friends. So these were really successful. I have a ton of them, but guess what? I have no clue which is which. And quite frankly, I don't care, right? They're all celosia. Here, over here. Yeah, we have this one. You could see right there. And then we have this one, and then we have this one. I do have a handful of the celosias. Look at this one. I'm really excited about those. They make great cut flowers. Here we have another one there. And then here we have one here. And look at this beautiful one. Oh, this is so pretty, isn't it? And while talking about celosia, so I have these coxcomb. These I got from my sister's mother-in-law garden when I went back home. So I got some seed and I did them, friends, and I'm telling you, I'm so excited. So with these, they give you that beautiful, as you can see there, you said it's almost like purple color on the leaves, but the blooms are beautiful. They resemble the flamingo celosia, but the blooms are purple. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna really dig hard to find a clip for you. The hummingbirds went crazy on these, yes. So I'm gonna put these in my hummingbird garden, and if I have any left over, I'll probably just tuck it throughout the other garden beds. But this purple coxcomb, I'm telling you, if you see these beautiful Caribbean hummingbirds, yes, going crazy on the blooms. Here's a better picture of what the leaves will look like. So they're ready to go in the ground. I don't want to keep them out any longer because the plants are getting all stressed out, right? So very excited about that. Oh, look at that. And then it has a, look at that. Then it has a yellow. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I am definitely getting some seeds from this plant to take back to put in my garden in Pennsylvania. Look at that, friends. Absolutely gorgeous. Friends, and walk with me over here. So here we have these I got from Baker Creek. These are super Bizima giant rose petunias. Let me show you right here. See, I have them right here, and look at them. They're all stressed out. They're just ready to be planted. And friends, when I was bottom watering these, guess what happened to me? They turn over. Yes, I was, oh no. So some of the plants got broken and all of that. So I'm gonna put them in a container, and you know what, I promised you guys last year to make a dessert looking like this, and I did not. Once I get blooms, I'm gonna fulfill my promise this year, because guess what, you can actually eat these. Yes, friends, let me find that here for you. It says blooms reach almost 7 inches across and are sweetly scented and cherry flavored. This mammoth edible petunia looks stunning in any garden. So you could actually eat these, friends. I really had a good time with these last year, so that's why I decided to do them again this year. Friends, and how can I forget this? This is salvia from Baker Creek. This was my signature color last year. I planted this, friends, and I'm telling you, if you're gonna look for salvia, I recommend this one from Baker Creek. It did an amazing job. It bloomed all the way into fall, right? It just keep blooming, and I like that it receded in a good way, because there was some nice little seedlings next to it, and I got free plants, right? But friends, this has been blooming maybe since early March. Yes, it's been blooming in the house, and the poor thing is all stressed out because, you know, it needs to go in the ground. But look at that, you should see these beautiful vibrant blooms on there. I was like, oh my goodness, I was so excited. Let me give you a close-up here. Do you see that? Yes, love these, amazing, and they easy to grow, and they don't take too long to grow at all. Alrighty, friends, and right down here, these are some other salvias. These ones I got from Lowe's last year, and I actually harvested the seed, and look at that, they're already trying to bloom already. These are the upright. The stems are really hard. They're salvia, not sure which name they are, but these ones they have more sturdy stem, and the one from Baker Creek, they have more of a thinner stem. And these also to bloom all the way into fall. So if you can see here, I harvested the seeds, and I did some, and I have some leftover seed. I think I'm gonna make some in container and just put them outside and see what happens, because they grow really quick. Here's a nice one here. Very excited about my salvia, friends. All right, friends, and these two plants here, you will not believe what they are. These are hardy hibiscus. Yes, So I came out in the winter, and one of my holly hibiscus, it had a seed head on there. So I just took the seed, threw it in a container, and I had 100% germination. I was like, oh my goodness, I was just experimenting, not knowing I'll get a nice seedling from it. So that's what happened. So I'm gonna baby them and see if I could get a nice plant from it, just to experiment, right? All right, friends, and up next I grew column for the first time. Column stock, I think that's what it's called. These are the white ones. I grew them with the intention for the moon garden, friends, and these seeds were amazing. They were from Southern Seeds, and I'm telling you, I got 100% germination rate. I really did. So I'm excited to see these in person for the first time. I'll put some pictures on the screen for you. As I said, it's my first time with this plant. I'm just so excited with these, friends. And you could see they look a little yellow. I think they just need some fertilizer, and they really need to get out of the container because I planted them a while ago, and I'm sure the root ball is probably big now, right? All right, let's see what else I have here. And this looks like a 4 o'clock seed I did. This one is a 4 o'clock right here. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any. And here we have another 4 o'clock right there. And I think I'm gonna baby them in containers and put some in the ground and make some planters from them. And I'll definitely share that with you. Friends, I almost forgot this one. This is a tray of coleus. I did it inside. Not sure if this video will come first before the other one, but this company Grow Pot reached out to me and they sent me this whole setup with the heating mat, the light, everything. So this was a part of an experiment I did just to test out their grow light for them. And just look at this. So these need to be planted. I'm gonna plant them, but I'm telling you, I'm like so excited. Look at these babies. So that's it. The grow light did a great job inside. They have nice thick stems, and just look at the beautiful colors in here. So these are my coleus I did from seeds using that grow light product. All right, friends, for the most part I think that's all I did from seed. I'm trying to remember. I did some moonflowers too. They're somewhere over there. Those for my moon garden. I have to get a trellis for them. But I wanted to digress here for a second before I end the video, and I want to tell you, now is the perfect time for you to make sure you're thinking ahead. I'm gonna talk about fall. You're gonna be like, really, fall? Yes, because you know, if you want to grow your seeds, you want to start them ahead of time so you have blooms in fall, right? So right here I have a pack of seeds put aside where I have a time in my phone. Take your phone out, put an alarm in your phone or something, see how long these seeds will take to bloom for you, and then you start them. So some of them you probably need to start now to get fall blooms. It depends on what you're planting, right? So I have kale here. These I ordered from Etsy, so I can put these in my containers. I don't have to buy kale. Then I have this beautiful blend of Cosmo. Love the fall color, right? And then I have some sombrero zinnia, same fall color. And then I have a pack of viola here. So these are going to be some of my fall seeds I'll be doing to give me beautiful fall blooms. So just a side note there for you, something to keep in mind. So these I got from Walmart for 50 cents. Normally I don't decorate with the real pumpkins because the squall make a mess and it's just nasty. So I buy the 4 ones, but I love these hard ones. These are really small. I've purchased these before for inside and they last forever. You can decorate with them inside. So they say, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna try a pack of these and see what happens, right? So they take 14 to 21 days to germinate. So that's like what, a month to almost, that's almost a month, right? So I have these already set up. So hopefully by when fall comes, I'll have these to pick and decorate. So where is it? So right in here, so right over here, friends, I have them in here. I just put them here so they could germinate. There's no point in doing seeds inside now. I mean, you can, but for me, why not just put it outside, or I save myself some time. So just a side tip for you, think about fall, that just try not to wait until the last minute. I did it last year and I regretted it, and I think I'm gonna do some straw flowers too. But I just wanted to share the tip with you. See what seeds you want to get flowers for in the fall season and see what seeds you want to get fall flowers for in the fall season and do them now. All right, I hope you guys are doing well, but I just wanted to show you my hot mess of my seeds I did. So today's my task to get these in the ground and get them in containers. I'm doing one project but I'm doing one project at a time because it's a lot, right? And when you record to friends, it takes so much time when you have to record everything you're doing. But I love sharing everything I do with you guys. And over here we have our winter sewing bottles. These are next for me to open. They're not 100% ready. Some of them, you can see this bachelor button, it's ready, but not all of them. So I might probably just do a half video with those ready, and then wait until the others are ready. So after I get my seeds in the ground and in containers, I'll take care of this with you guys. All right, friends, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for being here as usual. The garden is looking pretty with your spring bulbs, your daffodils, your tulips, and then we have alliums, which will be coming after. All right, friends, thank you once again. I'll see you in the next one now. Cheers.